Okay, I'm in the process of removing the back bearing, and I don't have the proper puller to extract it, so I'm going to just clamp it in a vise here. I've already tapped it back some, and I would do this only because it's already a high mileage bearing. New bearing, I would not recommend doing this at all. But it should just tap on out with one more tap. There it goes right there. Good catch. Okay, there it is. Now I can get to the screws on the back side, and these are flat blades, so hopefully they'll break loose okay. I've got several new drivers that I had bought over the years, and I've already cleaned this one here up, so this will be the replacement driver. This is a NOS driver to replace the one here that's got some mileage on it. And here will be the new bushings. I actually got two of them that I can install. While I was going through my stuff, this is the housing that came out of the blower, but I came across another housing that I had, and I polished it up. As you can see, cleaned up real nice. And even though it's a used housing and bushing, the bushing in this one is in very good condition. So I'm tempted to maybe use this bushing, or if I can find a good bushing driver, I'll just knock this one in there. And I've went ahead and cleaned up the screen and everything, got that soaked in transmission fluid, blower fluid. I use B&M Original as my blower fluid. Some people use Type A if you can find it, and others use Type F, but I prefer the B&M product myself. Just a better quality, a little bit more expensive, but you get what you pay for. I cleaned up, I did notice that once I had cleaned up this housing, which I plan to use, I solvent washed it, but even then, after I solvent washed it and cleaned it real good, I still had some, you can see the trash that came out of this cavity here. Picked up some more trash. So the housing is now clean, and as far as fit, this plunger piston has to go in a certain way. It goes in at the bottom there like that, and then you just tap it on down. You can see how easily it moves into it now, whereas before it was rather difficult to move. Now it moves really nice, really nice. So that's the way it should be. So this part here is all nice and ready, and be making the assembly here after I replace the driver here. Just for thrills and giggles, here's the impeller that cleaned it up and inspected it, and for some reason I don't see any balancing dents in the back side of it as if it had ever been balanced. Maybe it doesn't need balancing, but it's the one that came off the blower, so I guess it's okay. Seems to be okay. Everything has never been damaged on any of the fins, so they look good. And we'll be putting it back together hopefully. One thing I'm going to try to improve on, that's the back side of the scroll, where this air has to enter into the back side of the blower. And the more I look at this elbow, the less I like it, because it looks like, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this looks awful cramped there, pushed down. I don't know if it was molded that way or if the suction collapsed it. It's really stiff. But I guess over years in heat and suction, it may have just absolutely changed the radius of it. It should be, I would think, up like that. Anyway, I may have to replace that because it's just, in my view, too much of a choke. It's a terrible turn there at the short side, the 90 there. It's going to really be all the air is going to be slinging this way or sucking this way, however you want to describe it. So something that I think needs to be improved. I may be wrong, but others may know. Anyway, I brought out my little cheat sheet to give me an idea how to reassemble this mess. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is an actual oil hole right there that feeds the bushing, as well as I guess when the plunger goes down, it squirts out oil, probably both ways, but primarily through this part here. Anyway, according to the schematic, this part here would go toward the front, and the little BB would go toward the back. I haven't figured out what that little BB hole is for. It doesn't come out, and it looks like a little cavity there, but maybe it's supposed to move. I'll have to see if I can push it in. But you can see there's the channel for the oil to get up to that bushing or bearing. Anyway, that's where I'm at on this restoration rebuild. Here are the balls. I got them soaking in the fluid here to make sure they never oxidize. And, they're in pretty good shape. No scuffings whatsoever on those. They look good, and the races look good. Okay, thank you for viewing, and have a good evening.